Bravo.
Good morning and welcome to the Center Grove High School Natatorium. We are presenting the 2025 Johnson County High School Swimming and Diving Championships. Your host this morning is Brian Lewis, and will be joining me shortly will be Chris Quadros, who is a returning co-host. Got a very exciting match going on this morning, and before we get too far, we'd like to highlight our diving results from last night. Those concluded last night. Starting off with the boys, in third place, Carl Cogdill from Greenwood High School. In second place, Grayson Taylor from Indian Creek High School. And our first place winner of the county championship, Dathan Schramm. I believe this is his at least second year winning the county championship, and not only doing that, breaking his personal record for the high school record as well as the county record. So congratulations, Dathan. And my phone is stuck here a little bit on the girls.
For the girls, we've got third place is Madden Grant from Franklin with a score of 316.4. Cecilia Hale from Indian Creek with a 331.85. And then Julian Ott is the winner from Franklin with a 407.45. Congratulations, ladies.
So from a point standpoint, the girls are pretty – we got a neck-and-neck race between Center Grove and Franklin from a point standpoint going into today's session. From a boys standpoint, we've got a comfortable lead with Dathan winning last night. It sounds like the overall commentary from all the teams, Chris, is that we had a lot of our top-tier swimmers coming off of some pretty tight competition at Junior Nationals last weekend or the weekend before. But the main competition today is going to be with the Tier 2 and Tier 3 swimmers really battling it out for points to see what happens. On the girls' side, it's going to be a neck-and-neck race, like I said, between Center Grove and Franklin. On the boys' side, the favorite right now is Center Grove, but who knows if we see some standout swims coming from our second and third spots.
Yes, absolutely. And those spots are just going to be tight for those relays going into sectionals and hopefully states for a lot of these athletes. So looking for some fast swims, and the overall theme is that they kind of rested a little bit. This is more than a dual meet, but not necessarily a championship level meet. So it's kind of in between right there. Everybody's just trying to tinker with their lineups and hopefully that get a lot of PRs today.
We have heard from the pool deck this morning that there are a couple records that will have some individual swimmers going after today. So it'll be exciting to see what happens there. And as Chris mentioned, the strategy, at least for Center Grove right now, is that this is going to be coming off of a championship period with JNATS, as I mentioned last week, going into more of an aerobic tough session coming up the next couple of weeks. Traditionally over Christmas break is when they really increase the yardage and really kind of set the tone for the taper at the end of the year.
I thought the coaches took it easy on Christmas break, Brian.
Well, back whenever you and I swam, I think they use the term Hell Week, and I don't know that I've heard Brad Smith say before that there is no one week that defines a season and that every week is a tough, challenging week, but they definitely changed the strategy from giving a little bit of rest to going into aerobic workouts, increasing the yardage up. Again, this is the time period where they build a lot of strength. They break the swimmers down from a muscular standpoint and get them to learn how to swim fast while they're tired. And that way, when they start decreasing the yardage as we get closer to sectionals and state, they're really starting to get healed and rested and in fighting competition shape.
Yes, the theme from Coach Brad at Center Grove has been that he feels that they're rested, but I don't know that the swimmers would necessarily agree.
Yeah, it's crazy how the attitude varies between the coach and the swimmers. Before we get too far, we'd like to thank today's presenting sponsor, which is the Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance. The Matt Green Agency provides insurance for vehicle, property, personal, and commercial. For a free quote, call 317-780-1000. The Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance is proud to support today's CG swimming and diving meet coverage.
Not only a great company with great services, he's a great person. So thank you, Matt.
While we're talking about great people, would like to also thank all of our volunteers and officials that make today's meet possible. So thank you to all of our timers, all of our deck staff, and again to our officials that are on deck.
We'd also like to take a minute to thank our sponsors in addition to Matt Green at the American Family Insurance as the sponsor for the live stream. We also have the Center Grove swim team and dive sponsors. So the Diamond sponsors Texas Roadhouse and the Sycamore at Mallow Run. Platinum sponsors Jeff and Danielle Udersals with the Meridian Vet Clinic. And then we've also got Matt Green as well, south of Chicago Pizza, and then Yard Signs. Thank you, guys. Gold sponsors, Long Brothers Tree Service, Amy Counts Photography, Red Oak Real Estate, and then Caring Transitions. Thank you, guys. And then silver sponsors, Crossroads Tax Advisors, Parsetich Custom Homes, Tried and True Ale House, Motor Variation Driver Education, La Haruda, the second Mexican restaurant, South Grove Eye Care, Chick-fil-A, Rise and Roll Bakery, and then also the Center Grove Aquatic Club. That is the club program associated with the high school. Thank you, guys. And then the bronze sponsors is Crumble Cookie and Panera Bread. We cannot do it with all of the sponsors, so I appreciate everybody's donations there.
All right, we are going to be starting here shortly, just waiting on the national anthem. We have the girls behind the blocks for event 1, which is the girls 200-yard medley relay. And we are now going to be standing for the national anthem.
For the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we'll be going here momentarily. Barb Chambers blowing the whistles to start the race here with Greenwood in lane 3, Indian Creek in lane 4, Franklin in 5, Center Grove in 6, and Whiteland in lane 7. County record in this event is a 1:47.45. State record, or excuse me, the state qualifying time for the girls is a 1:48.59.
The first leg for Greenwood is Emma Llewellyn, and the first leg for Indian Creek is Zoe Bartling. For Franklin, Naomi Henry, Center Grove, Santana Gonzalez, and Whiteland is Mallory Fields, all swimming the breaststroke, or excuse me, the backstroke of this first leg.
Yeah, the 200 medley relay swim in the order of back, breast, fly, free, 2 lengths of the pool for each stroke. Backstrokers should be entering the water here momentarily. As we mentioned, that county record was from 2007, held by Center Grove, Day, McKeenan, Davis, and Alexiak. That's going to be a tough one to beat here today, Chris. Swimmers are in the water. All right. Looks like we might have a little bit of a technical issue going on right now. Barb asked those swimmers to exit the water, which is a little unusual. All right. Our second official's heading back to their position, so we should be starting off here right now. And they're off. Looked like Santana Gonzalez had a little bit of a foot slip off that start. Gonzalez and Bartling underwater about the 15-meter mark. Bartling to an early lead as we go into the first turn.
The county record for this event is a 147.45, set in 2007.
Franklin still in the lead with Center Grove in second, and Whiteland in a close third place. Still pretty tight for this early in the race, Chris.
Yeah, I think the girls just overall is going to be very competitive. It's going to be wide open, and so looking for some very competitive swims today.
Yeah, speaking of that, this is going to be a really tight race here between Emma Small and Avery Matern. Avery Matern catching up, neck and neck now off the pullout. Lunging stroke for stroke. Matern actually picked up her tempo just a little bit more, gaining the lead. For the butterfly, we've got Jovi Mowerly and Campbell Arisman.
And Jody's one of the stars of the Franklin team, so I look that she's going to maybe able to catch up here, and it's going to come down to the freestyle last leg.
Arisman keeping a strong tempo, but you can tell that the distance per stroke with Mowery is a little bit stronger. But Arisman still holding the lead.
Oh, that's a heck of a swim by Arisman.
All right, we're going into the final leg. Still too close to call. Eliza Shop and Jody Ackerman. About a body and a length half lead right at this point. Eliza Shop holding that lead of about a body length and a half off the wall at a 135. Within striking distance of that county record. Passing the flags. It's going to be tight. And they are just over the county record at a 147.76. Just tenths of a second off of that county record. That was an amazing swim by Center Grove. Up next, we got the 200-yard medley relay for the boys with Whiteland in 3, Indian Creek in 4, Center Grove in 5, Franklin in 6, and Greenwood in 7. Leading off, we got Logan for Whiteland, Eli Johnson for Indian Creek, Henry Linus in this backstroke for Center Grove, Jaden Rowland for Franklin, and Tyson Holt for Greenwood.
This relay team for Center Grove, I know, has very high expectations for the season, so they are definitely going to look to break the record, but it's also got Nickel in there versus as a newcomer in the butterfly.
The seed time for Center Grove is a 137.13, which is only 3 seconds off the county record of a 134.67. As Chris mentioned, they're going after the record today. The state qualifying time for the boys is a 136.83. Henry Lightis, who's leading off our backstroke, just coming off of Junior Nationals. Had a really strong meet overall, but I think the standout swim for Henry was his 50-free, where he had a lifetime record, a personal best of a 20.69. Not sure if that's Henry's first time going sub-21, but that's a very big milestone for anybody, let alone someone who's a senior in high school.
Yes, and also from Franklin, there was Lucas Ackerman. He also had a very good swim in the 50 free there, so that should be a very competitive race today later.
And for our Center Grove team, one of the best swims of the Junior National meet was Matthew Quadros on the 200 breaststroke, going a
157.
That's right, 157. And what's most notable about that is that he also earned a senior national cut for a 15-year-old, which is not just a crazy swimming. That's an amazing milestone for anybody in the sport at any level.
Yes, congratulations, Matthew. And medley relay is underway. As expected, Henry's out to about a body length lead at the turn.
Hit the wall at probably a 10.9. Still staying deep on his underwaters. Going to come up right at the 15-meter mark. Franklin in his second place, and here we go with Matthew going in for the breaststroke. Henry get a time of a 23:19.
That was a heck of a swim by Henry.
Got about a 3-body length lead with Center Grove in first, Franklin in second, Greenwood and Indian Creek fighting it out for fourth place. Nikhil Iyer coming up for the butterfly here, which is a bit of a surprise. Sounds like coach is testing a lineup to see. We talked earlier. There's a lot of fighting with good competition with the second place swimmers on the club. Really trying to earn some spots here.
Looks like Ackerman had the split of 24-7-3 there. Good swims by he and Matthew. The 1 and 2 spots for Franklin and Center Grove.
And Anthony Quadro is going to finish this out here in the freestyle. Nikhil Iyer getting a 23:69. Overall time, a 1:11:48, putting them in a really good contention for that county record. County record again is a 1:34:67. Halfway down the pool, we're a 1:25. Chris, this is going to be really close.
Got to finish here.
All right, we're going to have ourselves a new county record.
Nice job, gentlemen.
1:30:44.
Anthony Quadros with a split of 21.21 and a final time of 1:32:69.
What an incredible race, guys. Again, the state qualifying time for that was a 1:36:83. Finishing again, the time was a little bit off there at 1:32:69. But that would easily probably put them into a top 8 place for prelims at state. All right, quick break for awards, and then we'll be going into.
County record is a 1:32.69.
All right, the official time 1:32:69, still breaking the county record by 2 seconds. As I was mentioning before, the next event is going to be the boys and girls 200-yard freestyle. Going to take a quick awards break here for the relays.
Not a bad swim for that relay team. It looks like last year at state they won a 1:31:73, so they are just under a second off of that. Great swim, gentlemen.
That first relay really traditionally sets the tone for what the rest of the meet will look like. I'd say just overall a lot of energy in here, and it's really exciting to see these kids as we're in the middle of the season, and they're just finishing up finals. The days are getting shorter, practices are getting harder. To see this much energy on the pool deck is really exciting, Chris.
Yes, definitely. I know these swimmers, at least the energy on the pool deck before the meet was very high, and even coming up the last couple days. County dinner was a couple days ago as well, and you could just feel the energy. They're really excited to come into this meet and show what they can do, and all their hard work has been paying off. Hopefully they all did very well. The student athletes on their finals, congratulations getting through the first semester of this school season.
In third place, Whiteland. In second place,
All right, we've got our announcer, Craig Linus, announcing the final place finishes for our initial relay.
Champions are Center Grove, Santana Gonzalez, Avery Return, Campbell Esmond, and Eliza Shop in a winning time of 1:47.76.
Congratulations, ladies. We'll have the men's awards here in just a moment. Looking at the next event, the county record for the girls' 200-yard freestyle is a 1:48.98. The state qualifying time is 1:53.49. Let's pause as we're announcing the boys' awards.
In fourth place, Indian Creek. In third place, Greenwood. In second place, Franklin Community. And your 2025 Johnson County High School champions, setting a new county record of 132.69. Center Grove, Henry Linus, Matthew Quadros, Nikhil Iyer, and Anthony Quadros.
Congratulations, boys. Laura Phipps, our record holder in this event, is currently swimming up at Purdue University. Looks like we're going to have some pretty tight competition in our finals heat of this event, with Addison Matern, our leading qualifying time at a 1:57.18. Close behind her, it would be Savannah Yankee at a 1:57.29. As we talked again, a little bit of a battling here between a freshman and a senior. Shortly behind that's Kenzie Rush at a 2:01.5. So we should have some really good competition on the final heat of this event in lanes 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, talking to Coach Brad from Center Grove before, he said that it's a super competitive practices, which is just making every swimmer better in their own regards. And so even from Netta Weiser, she's a couple seconds behind, but he's expecting a lot of good things. She's been practicing very well and expecting her to have a great meet today, though. Interesting to see how everybody will do today.
Up next is Heat 1. In lane 3 for Indian Creek, Samantha Corey. In 4 for Greenwood, Annie Chrisman. In 5 for Franklin, Faith Booth. In 6 for Whiteland, Mallory Fields. In 7 for Greenwood, Adrian Monroe. And in lane 8 for Whiteland, Vivian Buka. Madam Staff.
Leading time in this heat is Faith Booth with a 2:07.5, and a few seconds behind her would be Mallory Fields from Whiteland with a 2:09.91. So here we go. Mallory Fields and Faith Booth shoulder to shoulder as we go into the first 25. Both Greenwood swimmers going to be competing for third and fourth at this point. Chris, this race has really turned into just a long sprint. Most people will tell you that the race is won in the third 50. Different strategies for sure, but
yeah, this 200, it's something else. Either you love it or you hate it. I know I hated it. Anything longer than a 50 was too much for me.
As we go into the first 75, Faith Booth of Franklin is taking a slight lead. Still too early to tell. Let's see if we see any of them kick in here on the third 50, as we talked about.
It is fantastic to see these underclassmen get some exposure at a very high competitive meet like the Johnson County Championships here. And it's just going to make them better and not shy away from the spotlight once they get to conference sectionals and hopefully state for these student athletes.
Yeah, Chris, as we talked about a little bit ago, Faith and Mallory are both kicking it in here as we go into the last 50. Still too close to call. The rest of the field separating out a little bit, with Annie Chrisman easily going to get third place. Mallory and Faith sprinting it out here on the last 50. Mallory taking a bit of a lead. It's just been back and forth going into the final turn. Mallory coming up strong, continuing to increase her stroke per rate. All right, looks like clearly it's going to be Mallory Fields with the victory here with a time of 2:04 low, seated at a 2:09. Yeah, 5-second drop for Mallory Fields. Congratulations. Faith also dropping time from a 2:07.5 down to a 2:06.47, so strong swims for both swimmers. Coming in third place, lane 4, Annie Chrisman seated at 2:17, adding just a little bit there. Up next in our final heat, Aaron Price, Cameron Kroll, Kenzie Rush, Addison Matern, Savannah Jonke, Kylie Meredith, Claire Smith, and Netta Weiser.
In 7 for Franklin, Kylie Meredith. In 8 for Indian Creek, Claire Smith. And in lane 9 for Center Grove, Netta Weiser.
Again, county record in this event, a 148.98 set in 2023 by Laura Phipps. Not sure that we're going to see that get broken today, but we are going to, again, see a really good competition in the center of the pool.
The county record for this event is a 148.98 set back in 2023.
Addison Matern off to an early lead, just a very technical swimmer and also very strong. Pulling out now with about a body length of lead ahead of Savannah Jonke. I think she's got a statement to prove today, Chris.
I would agree, and those are some fantastic underwaters off of her walls and start. I know that's been a focus with the coaches lately.
Savannah also a very strong swimmer, very, very gritty, just likes to love competition. Savannah and Addison are pulling away from the rest of the pack, really leaving it for a fight for third place and beyond. Addison continuing to pull away, about a body and a length half lead now, coming in at her 100, just about a 53, split a 27.84. Her 100 split a 53.34. Savannah at a 28.83 and 100 split a 55.82. Matern continuing to make a statement here, now at least 2.5 body lengths ahead. Savannah going to maintain second place. Again, we got a fight out for the rest of the field. Aaron Price from Whiteland in lane 2 ahead of the rest of the pack right now, but I would not forget about Netta Weiser up there in the lane 9. Addison going to drop a ton of time, passing the flags at a 148. Hitting the wall at a 152, dropping 5 seconds. Savannah, go ahead.
That was a splendid race by Addison.
Savannah also seating at a 157.29, down to a 156.17. Third place going to Aaron Price of Whiteland at a 201.57, dropping 5 seconds. In fourth place, we've got Kenzie Rush from Franklin seated at 2:01, adding just a little bit of time. But seeing some overall really amazing time drops from everybody this meet, Chris.
I would agree. Everybody seems to be really motivated to do well at this meet, and excited to see some time drops for sure there.
All right, this is the boys' 200-yard freestyle, county record of 141.53, held by Mac Ratzlaff, set back in 2020. In this heat, we've got Thomas Allen from Whiteland in lane 3, Alex Galt in lane 4 from Indian Creek, Eli Johnson from lane 5 from Indian Creek, Fred Bauer in lane 6, and Logan Papadrita in 7 from Whiteland. A little bit of a spread on the seed times here. Our top time seed is a 2:01.92 with Eli Johnson. The state qualifying time for this event is a 1:42.78. Eli Johnson currently in the lead with Fred Bauer from Franklin right off of his hips. And then Logan Papandrea, 1, 2, 3. Eli Johnson coming in on his 100 at right at a 57 low, seated at 2:01. So if he can hold it strong here on this last 100, he's going to have a pretty good drop.
Yes, still seeing some strong kicking going into the back half of the race. Great to see.
Eli pulling away from the pack, about a body and a half-length lead. Strong fight out still between Fred and Logan in lanes 6 and 7. Eli hitting the wall at a 128 low, splitting a 31.04. I would hope that he's going to sprint here a little bit. We should see him get down under 2 minutes. Maybe that might be the first time for him ever. Still a battle for second place between Fred Brower and Logan Papandrea, Franklin and Whiteland respectively. Looks like Eli is going to easily break a minute here. Hitting the wall at a 158 low. Nice swim to Eli.
Touching first in lane 5 for Indian Creek, Eli Johnson in a time of.
Second place goes to Logan Papandrea at Whiteland. And then third place in lane 6 to Fred Brower, Franklin. Our next heat, which is our championship heat, we've got Austin Holt in 2, Noah Barnett in 3, Caleb Heck in 4, Moses Weaver in 5, Mason Bridges in 6, Seth Russell in 7, Colton Franklin in 8, and Tyson Holt in 9. Chris, we're going to have one heck of a fight out here with Caleb Heck, Moses Weaver, and Mason Bridges in the center of the pool, all within a few seconds of each other. A great example of how we talked about the second and third string swimmers that are really vying for what their spot they're going to get at the sectional meet at the end of the season.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing that I've noticed this year is and it started last year, I feel like, is just everybody cheering on and pushing each other. A lot of camaraderie on this team. I see the benches for Center Grove, they're all on their feet cheering on their teammates right here. Awesome to see.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. Not a single swimmer sitting down. All right, swimmers going up on the blocks. Again, watch the fight out between lanes 4, 5, and 6, all in the black caps in the center of the pool.
Looks like everybody is suited up, expecting some fast times today. This should be an exciting race.
Mason Bridges in lane 6, off to the early lead, hitting the wall mid 10 seconds. Continuing to pull away a little bit, but we've got Caleb Heck and Moses Weaver neck and neck in lanes 4 and 5. Noah Barnett from Franklin in lane 3, still in contention. Mason, with that distance per stroke, really continuing to pull away, but Moses Weaver is really kind of pulling away just a little bit from Caleb Heck. Caleb and Moses both got monster kicks. Mason Bridges hitting the wall sub 50 on the first 100 at a time of 49.44. Moses and Caleb both below 50 point.
I mean, the effort here by all the swimmers here is great to see.
Again, the state qualifying time is a 142.78, school record 141.53. Mason Bridges coming in at the 150 at a 115.
Last 50, boys. This is where it starts to hurt. You got to kick. Focus on good technique. This is where all the hard practices come into play.
We also have a battle over there in lanes 7 and 8 between Seth Russell and Colton Franklin from Franklin and Whiteland, respectively. Mason going to easily win this event at a 142 something. 142.64, just over a second off of that county record. Mason is only a junior, so we'll have a shot at breaking that next year. Moses Weaver coming in at a third place. Caleb Heck pulling off a second place at a 148.46. Then Moses Weaver at a 148.88. What a battle there for second place.
In 5 for Indian Creek, Elaine Stevenson. In 6 for Greenwood, Aberdeen Couturier. In 7 for Greenwood, M. Llewellyn.
Stinks the scoreboard does not have the names up there. Hopefully they'll be able to get that taken care of here before the end of the meet.
Up next is event 5, girls 200-yard IM. Swam in the order of fly, back, breast, and free. For our first heat, we've got June Laker, Faith Blue, Elaine Stevenson, Aberdeen Cartier, and Emma Llewellyn. County record of 2:05.69, set by Laura Phipps back in 2022. State qualifying time is a 2:07.36. Our top seed time in this event is close between Elaine Stevenson and Aberdeen Cotier, 2:48.05 and a 2:48.60. Elaine Stevenson from Indian Creek with an early lead in the butterfly. Chris, the 200 IM could really change in the middle of the race depending upon what their strongest stroke is. For example, I was horrible in breaststroke, so if I didn't get an early lead in the flying back, I was doomed.
It's one of those where you've got to have really one excellent stroke, I feel like, and it definitely helps if it is one of the more difficult strokes or specialty strokes. I was not good at the backstroke or the breaststroke, which means my 2IM was not very good, Brian.
But just like baseball, with having a 5-tool baseball player, every once in a while you will see a swimmer that can do each of the 4 strokes in a very technical way and are really standing out. We're probably seeing more of those types of swimmers in swimming overall these days with as big as the sport's gotten. But, yeah, to your point still, you see a lot of strategy in how they're doing this. We are now onto the breaststroke, which is our only cycle stroke, 1 arm pull and 1 leg kick in that order.
There we go. There's the official coming out, and Brian.
Faith Blue of Whiteland trying to make a comeback here with the breaststroke. Aberdeen Cartier in Greenwood, though, holding off the lead. Actually having a really strong underwater pull-out and gaining some distance between second and third place. As we rack up the strokes and go into the freestyle, the last 50. Aberdeen currently in first place, Faith Blue in second, and Elaine Stevenson in third. Aberdeen seated at a 2:48.60, coming off the final turn at a 2:23. We should see a pretty big time drop here. Under the flags at a 2:36. Going to hit the wall at a 2:42, dropping 6 seconds, Chris.
Splendid race there.
Faith Blue coming in at third place. Going at 2:47, dropping 5 seconds. And our final heat is behind the blocks. So you got Ciela Denegrange in lane 2, Emma Barnett in 3, Emma Small in 4, Eliza Shop in 5, Jovi Mowry in 6, Caitlin Lay in 7, Kinsley Arisman in 8, and Kate Barker in 9. Again, the school record in this event is a 2:05.69. The closest contender to that would be Eliza Shop, who transferred to Center Grove just recently, seated at a 2:10.65. Going to be a really close race between Emma Small and Jovi Mowry, And, hearing from the coaches this morning, keep a close eye on Caitlin Lay there in lane 7. Also a freshman, has been doing some really good things in practice and the meets so far this year.
And they're off. A pretty even start off the butterfly.
Eliza Shop got the early lead here in the butterfly with Caitlin Lay up there in lane 7 in second. Eliza and Caitlin both very strong breaststrokers, so it's amazing to see that they're out this early with 1 and 2. Let's see what happens here with the backstroke.
All 28-29 splits on that butterfly.
Eliza Shop pulling away in the breaststroke, the backstroke. Caitlin Lay still in second place. Third place is anyone's game at this point, with 3 Franklin swimmers right there.
Superb turn there by Elijah, on the backstroke turn. And then we see quite a few bucket turns, crossover turns, whatever you want to call them.
Emma Small from Franklin making a move. She's going after the lead. And then we've got Jovi Mowry and Caitlin Lay fighting it out there in 6 and 7. Jovi Mowry just taking the lead from Caitlin. Eliza Shop holding off the attack from Emma Small as we go into the last 50 here.
Interested if that's what these splits are going to be. Yeah, Elijah got her on the breaststroke as well.
Still a pretty close fight here for Jovi and Caitlin in 6 and 7. Eliza Shop easily going to take the win here on the 200 IM, with Emma Small going to be coming in at second. Still, Jovi Mowry pulling away.
Oh, this is where it's all heart, grit, and determination. You got to kick hard at that end when you're tired.
Great swim with Eliza Shop, seated at 210, going a 209.4. Second place, as we mentioned, went to Emma Small, seated at 212, going a 213. And then Jovi Mowry in lane 6 getting third place at 215.99.
Looks like Elijah Shop with the fastest split on that freestyle. Splendid race.
All right, up next is event 6, boys 200-yard IM. County record in this event is a 151.89 set by Cade Oliver back in 2020, 5-year-old record. The state qualifying time is a 155.24. In Heat 1, we've got Bo Sires, Jack Sopko, Conlon Hampson, and Brent Beach. Our lead time in this one is a 2:12.51 with Jack Sopko in lane 5.
At the first turn, looks to be pretty tight between 1 through 3. Looks like lane 5, Jack Sopko with the early lead over as he finishes the butterfly.
Lanes 4 and 6 are neck and neck going into the first 50, with Franklin's Brent Beach not far behind. Still anyone's game at this point. Jack Sopko, backstroke must busy his thing. He's looking pretty strong and pulling away from the rest of the field. Second place still anyone's game.
Breaststroke coming up, which I feel like is a game changer for a lot of people's IMs.
Our leader, Jack, got about 2 body lengths ahead at this point. Second place still neck and neck between Bo Sires and Conlon Hampson. Conlon Hampson has quite the distance per stroke here on his breaststroke, pulling just away a little bit. Sopko still with a commanding lead. Beach pulling away on the breaststroke from Sires. Sopko still looking really strong on the freestyle leg here. About 3 body lengths ahead as we go into the final turn.
Looks like he is going to be right at his entry time of 2:12.51.
Sopko, the clear heat winner here, with Hampson in second place and Sires from Greenwood going to be in third, and Beach wrapping us up in fourth. Looking at our next heat, we've got Nick McCoy in 2, Mason Benefield in 3, Aksh Ranjan in 4, Matthew Quadros in 5, Jaden Jha in 6, Oliver and Abnett in 7, Jonathan Calloway in 8, and Elias Watson in 9. Lead time here is Matthew Quadros at a 1:59.26. Again, the county record is a 1:59.81. Really, Chris, I think some standouts here are going to be Matthew Quadros and Jaden Jha and Aksh Ranjan in the center of the pool. as we talked about, there's been a lot of internal competition with these boys, so let's see what happens here.
Each of these swimmers have their own strength on this IM, so we'll see how all of their strategies pay out.
Quadros in lane 5, seeded as the clear favorite, 5 seconds ahead of the next seed time, which would be Jaden Jha at 2:04.74. But from the second seed to the 8th seed, only a couple seconds splits all the swimmers, so it should be really tight here, 2nd through 8th place in this heat.
Matthew Quadros with the early lead over Jha, the current record holder in the 200 IM at the 13-14 age group level.
And we better watch lane 4, Aks Ranjan in the backstroke. That is his strongest stroke. He's just got a monster kick. Going to be fighting up against Mason Benefield from Whiteland. Greenwood's Nick McCoy in lane 2, not far off.
Matthew Quadros with the high head on the backstroke, plowing through his weakest stroke.
As mentioned earlier, Aks really separating himself from the rest of the pack up there right next to Jaden Jha in lane 6. But breaststroke being Matthew's personal best stroke, really looking strong and pulling away from the rest of the pack. Let's really watch out and see what that split time on this 50 back is for Quadros, Chris.
I'm not paying attention at all, Brian.
That's why I'm doing it for you, Chris.
Oh,
Jaden Jha pulling a little bit away from Aks in lane 4. Split time on that at 29.95. Should see a pretty significant time drop on that seed time of a 1:59.26. Jaden Jha still holding on second place with Aks in third as we go into the 50. Matthew in the center of the pool at a 1:42.
151.89 is the record. I don't think he's going to get it, but
I don't know,
see.
Chris. It's too close to call. The record was a 151.89. He goes a 150.90.
He got it.
New county record set 5 years ago.
Little celebration from Matthew in the water, bringing a level of excitement for his teammates there.
Jaden Jha also driving a really notable time drop, seated at 2:04.74, going at 2:01.56. And Aks Ranjan in lane 4, seated at 2:05.73, going to 2:04.98. So all three of those gentlemen had nice time drops. In fourth place, third place goes to Oliver and Abnett, seated at 2:05.99, going at 2:04.52. So really overall, with all swim teams, great swim in that event. The energy is just really up there, Chris.
4 for Greenwood, Izzy George. In 5 for Whiteland, Tiana Franklin. In 6 for Greenwood, Maria Mears. In 7 for Indian Creek, Eleanor Smith.
Great swims, gentlemen.
For Whiteland, Emma Bright. Madam Starter.
All right, now it's time to go fast. Event 7, girls 50-yard freestyle, county record 23:36, set by Michelle McKeon in 2007, so an 18-year-old record at this point. Qualifying time for the girls is a 24:13. In Heat 1, we've got Chloe Delbridge, Stella Benefield, Izzy George, Tiana Franklin, Maria Mears, Eleanor Smith, and Emma Bright. Our lead seed time in this event, or this heat, is a 27.95 by Maria Mears in lane 6.
Splash and dash here.
Yeah, the key to this race is keeping your head down, don't breathe, and have quick starts and turns. Greenwood's Maria Mears, our current leader by about a half a foot. Right on her shoulder is Eleanor Smith from Indian Creek, with the other Greenwood swimmer, Izzy George, right there.
Oh, it's even too tight to look at from the eye who won. We're going to have to look at the board.
Our winner, lane 6, Maria Mears, seated at a 27.95, dropping a couple tenths. Second place goes to lane 7, Eleanor Smith, seated at 28.45, going at 27.71. A pretty notable drop there in the 50 free. Our championship heat 2, Adeline Temple, Cecilia Hale, Santana Gonzalez, Emma Schopp, Jolene Ackerman, Harper Stone, Jordan DeVos, and Liberty McWhirter. Top seed time, Emma Schopp at a 24.67. Right on her ankles is Jolene Ackerman at a 24.89. Again, the county record is a 23.36.
Eliza Schopp just coming off the 2IM here. See if she can change gears and turn on the jets for the 50 freestyle here. Off to the early lead.
Santana Gonzalez off the early lead with a really strong underwater, hitting the turn at mid 11 seconds. Got three swimmers still fighting it out for first place, but Santana Gonzalez looking at the early lead with a really quick turnover.
Her underwaters are really good.
And the winner is lane 6, Jolene Ackerman, coming out of nowhere, going to 24.33. Second place, Santana Gonzalez, 24.50. And third place at a 24.52 goes to Emma Schopp. Wow, Chris, that was tight.
Super competitive event.
In Heat 1, for Greenwood in lane 3, Eric Hall.
As we turn to the boys 50 freestyle, we've got in lane 3, Eric Hull from Greenwood. Lane 5, Griffin Kroll from Greenwood. Lane 6, Mikhail Labranche from Whiteland. Ezra Golbev from Whiteland. Glad I took this line up there, Brian.
All right, a little unusual to see a missing lane here, but we've got Eric. Yeah, you already went through the lineup here. Our fastest seat time is going to be lane 6, Mikhail Labranche at a 25.94.
Check that. That's a lane 5 with Griffin at a 23.81, and it looks like he's going to finish with a PR of 23.32. We've got a heck of a competition here with the 50 freestyle, with the leader at Lucas Ackerman at lane 5 and Henry Linus in lane 6, both of them coming off of junior nationals in the 50 free, and then Anthony Quadros in lane 4 at 21.81. Lane 2, Braden McCallops from Franklin. Lane 3, Davis Dwyer from Whiteland. Lane 4, Anthony from Center Grove. Lane 7, Cameron Mazdai from Center Grove. Lane 8, Emmanuel Jackson from Greenwood. And lane 9, Xavier Eubank from Indian Creek.
Yeah, Chris, as you mentioned, this is going to be a super tight race. Henry Linus just coming back from junior nationals, won a 20.69, seated at a 21.6 in this event. Our fastest seat time, a 21.19. County record at 20.8 by Evan Hernandez in 2022.
Holy cow, look at the fight on this splashes. Everybody is just maximum effort here coming down the stretch.
Henry and Ackerman fighting it out. Henry's got a bit of a lead here. 21.01 to Henry Linus, with Ackerman right behind him at a 21.42.
We will now take a short awards break.
All right, if you heard our announcer, we're going to be taking a short awards break. While we do that, let's again talk about our presenting sponsor here, which is Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance. The Matt Green Agency provides insurance for vehicle, property, personal, and commercial. For a free quote, call 317-780-1000. The Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance is proud to support today's CG swimming and diving meet coverage.
Well, what was Henry's goal? Not to lose a race all season. He is staying true to that so far. That was a heck of a race between he and Lucas Ackerman from Franklin. And then Cameron Mazdai right behind them at the 21.72, and then right behind him, Anthony Quadros in lane 4. Great race, everyone.
While we're on our break, would also like to acknowledge our other sponsors for the 2025-2026 season. Diamond sponsors, Texas Roadhouse, the Sycamore at Mallow Run. Our platinum sponsors is Jeff and Danielle Udersals, Matt Green Agency, American Family Insurance, South of Chicago Pizza, and Yard Signs. Our gold sponsors, Long's Brothers Tree Service, Amy Counts Photography, Red Oak Real Estate, and Caring Transitions. Our silver sponsors, Crossroads Tax Advisors, Parsetich Custom Homes, Tried and True Ale House, Motivation Driver Education, La Herradura 2 Mexican Restaurant, South Grove Eye Care, Chick-fil-A, Rise and Roll Bakery, and the Center Grove Aquatic Club. And last but not least, our bronze sponsors, which would be Crumble Cookie and Panera Bread. Thank you for your contributions. It really helps support our team.
So we'll be doing the awards here for the 200 freestyle, the 200 IM, and the 50 free.
I'd like to take a moment to thank our volunteers and officials. We cannot have these meets and allow these athletes to showcase their skills without everyone's efforts. Appreciate you.
Girls 200-yard freestyle event number 3. In 8th place, Faith Booth. In 7th, Cameron Kroll. In 6th, Netta Weiser. In 5th, Kenzie Rush. In 4th, Mallory Fields. In 3rd place from Wineland Community, Erin Price. In 2nd place from Center Grove, Savannah Yankee. And your 2025 Johnson County champion in a time of 152.10 from Center Grove, Addison Matter.
Congratulations, girls. If you're not following on Meet Mobile, we're up to the 50-yard freestyle has been scored. Team scores for the women so far: in 5th place, Indian Creek with 61 points. Greenwood Community at 114 in 4th. In 3rd, Whiteland at 148. And Franklin in 2nd at 206. And Chris, 1 point away, is Center Grove at 207 in 1st place. Still, anyone at this point can win this event. For the men, with 75 points in 5th place is Whiteland. Indian Creek in 4th with 84 points. Franklin in 3rd place with 90 points. Greenwood in 2nd place with 91 points. And Center Grove.
In 5th place, Seth Russell. In 4th, Noah Barnett.
All right, looks like we just got a bit of an update here.
Moses Weaver. In 2nd from Center Grove, Caleb.
Yeah, so updated just here. Again, Indian Creek in 5th at 93. Whiteland in 4th at 101 points. Franklin in 3rd at 118. Greenwood in 2nd at 121. And your leader after the 50 free is Center Grove with 217. Greenwood really having a great day on the men's side, holding 2nd place there, Chris.
Yes, talking to their coach, they felt like they were primed for a great meet and looking for a lot of PRs, especially out of their younger swimmers today.
You know, as we were talking earlier about strategy throughout the season and then meets that you focus on, some teams like Franklin are still in a conference, and they are going to set up a bit of a mini taper for that. So probably not as focused on top times at this meet. So we'll want to watch out and see how they perform at their conference meet, because that'll probably be a good indication of how they're going to set things up for sectionals and state and beyond. But, you know, like, for example, Greenwood, this is probably a very important meet for them, and they're coming in guns a-blazing on this one. So it's really exciting to see. This is probably their best team position in many, many years, going into the back half of the heat at 2nd place.
In 5th, Kinsley Asman.
And on the girls' side, as we mentioned, Franklin and Center Grove just 1 point apart, really going to be fighting it out here for the remaining events. We come back
in 2nd place from Franklin Community, Emma
with the 100-yard butterfly.
And your 2025 Johnson County.
As we mentioned already, we announced the diving results this morning. Over the last couple of years, Chris, diving has become a much bigger point generator for these county teams.
I was just notified that Matthew Quadros' 200 IM was a high school record. It was previously held by Garrett Christ from 22 of 152.33. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's amazing to see school records that are getting broken at this part in the season. Out of a total
And here are the results for event number 6, the boys.
A total of 12 events each on the boys and girls. I believe we had 9 boys' school records broken last year. So to see that we already have a record broken at this point in the season is pretty amazing.
Mason Benefield. In 4th place, Oliver.
And while we're talking about records getting broken, I wouldn't put it past Matthew to go after that 100 breast record set just last year, or I should say tied last year by Isaac Lewis. Grant Schwartz, the original record holder, I believe, from 2011, again was tied just last year at 56.73 at the boys' high school state meet. I will go ahead and say that Matthew's already swam well below that in non-high school meets. I think his PR right now was, a 55.12 or a 55.13. You want to validate that for me?
Yeah, 55.15. But yes, and it was a really cool story. If you would like to share about when Isaac tied that record, did you reach out to Grant? Is that correct, Brian?
Yeah, I got on Facebook and Facebook messaged Grant, who's currently living in either Sweden or Finland, and let him know that his record had been broken and if he had any interest in reaching out to Isaac. And I sent his cell phone number to him, and obviously with the time difference, we didn't get a response back for a while, but there was a really cool exchange between the two of those. And I'd even go on to say that in Johnson County in general, breaststroke for the boys has just been an absolute battle these last couple of years. I think going back to Cameron Conkin, or not, fighting it out, and
Connor Conkin.
Yeah, Connor Conkin. And now you've got Lucas Ackerman. Alexander Reese was also in that fight over at Franklin. We still have Ackerman swimming today for Franklin, and you got Caleb Heck and Matthew Quadros for Center Grove. So, breaststroke has just been a stroke that's just stood out overall.
I would agree, and even at Junior Nationals, the A final, for at least for the 200 breast, featured 3 out of the top 8. 3 of them were from Central Indiana, 2 from right here in Johnson County, with Lucas Ackerman from Franklin, Matthew Quadros from Center Grove. The other one was Yi Jing up from Carmel, and then another one, Wilson York from Louisville, Kentucky. So amazing representation from the area. I don't know what it's in the water around here, but keep it up, gentlemen.
Also, one thing that is tied to the performance of this area is the club ratings nationally, and congrats to Center Grove Aquatic Club for recently being designated a bronze club, which means that they're in the top 200 clubs in the nation. There's certain things that you have to do in order to get that designation, one of those being coach certifications. But really the main driver of that is the number of swimmers that you have going into these higher starred meets, meaning junior nationals, senior nationals, which again, Matthew Quadros most recently just getting a ticket to the senior national meet, which really is going to put us on a pretty good stage. Looking at the Olympic trials in 2028, it goes beyond just the Center Grove club here. Lucas Ackerman from Franklin, if he continues on his trajectory, going to be looking really, really close to an Olympic time trial cut. So going to be really exciting to see what these boys do over the next couple of years.
I agree, and this coaching staff and everything, it really has taken everything to a new level. But just a shout out to Coach Jim Todd and Amy Spencer. They really laid the foundation for what this club has become today, and it's really been amazing to see over the last 11 years that we've been associated with the club. So and then we're just continuing to take it to the next level. I was talking to Coach Caitlin Smith the other day about how she's really just developing the younger group of athletes and honing in those fundamentals, and exciting to see the next generation, and kudos to everyone for taking this club to the next level, and exciting to see what the next level is going to be.
All right, I spy our officials are looking like they're working their way back in position. We've got some nationally certified officials down on deck. Barb Chambers been doing this for decades. If you pay attention to some of the higher meets like junior nationals and senior nationals and the Pro Series meets, Barb's a common fixture on those pool decks. Also, you've got Kurt Haas and Bev Addis on the other side of the pool by lane 10. Both of them been around the sport forever. I know Kurt Haas was recently received a official of the year award, I believe, in the last year or two.
In fourth place, Wyland Community with 101. In third,
An all-star lineup with the officials for an all-star meet here.
Greenwood in second with a score of 121.5.
All right, our on-deck announcer, Craig Linus, is updating everybody on the current point standings, which we did that earlier. Looks like Barb is about ready to call up our first heat of the girls' 100-yard butterfly. The county record is a 54:20. State qualifying time is a 56:70. Let me go back to that county record that was set by Laura Phipps back in 2023. Our first heat, we've got Julie Ware, Elena Hampson, and Adrian Monroe. Fastest time in this heat is a 1:14:29. Julie Ware popping up to the surface first on that one, with Elena Hampson taking the early lead. 4 lengths of the pool. Elena Hampson pulling away about a body length apart from second place, which is Julie Ware. Split time for Elena is a 33:50, again seated at 1:14:29.
Butterfly is one of those strokes that you either love it or you hate it. I loved it, Brian. It is definitely a fun stroke to watch, at least for us. Butterfly.
Yeah, definitely a stroke about tempo. Really want to push those shoulders down and get your hips up in order to utilize a big, strong kick. Believe it or not, while it looks like it's mainly an arm pull stroke, the more powerful your kick is, the better off you are. Elena Hampson winning that heat with a 1:11:45, dropping 3 seconds. Julie Ware coming in second place, seated at 1:34, dropping, 12 seconds to a 1:22. And Adrian Monroe in third place, adding just a little bit of time. But overall, really good time drop there. As we look at our championship heat, we got Sienna Delagrange, Campbell Arisman, Emma Barnett, Naomi Henry, Addison Matern, Faith Booth, Adeline Temple, and Cameron Kroll. Our fastest seed time in this is Naomi Henry from Franklin at a 57:10, and then Addison Matern from Center Grove with a 58:31. Again, the record in this is a 54:20.
The county record for this event is a 54.20.
Coming up at the 15-meter mark, Addison Matern and Naomi Henry shoulder to shoulder as we go into the first 25. Addison getting a slight bit of a lead on her underwaters.
Nice job, Coach Tim there.
Still too close to call. Split time in the low 26s for both Naomi and Addison.
Gosh, Addison's underwaters are just the differentiator right here in this race.
And look at Campbell Arisman down in lane 3, holding her own at third place for this point. Matern just continuing to have explosive underwaters.
Heck of a meet for her. She's really making a move to make a statement here.
Seat time 58:31, going to hit the wall at a 54 low. Oh, okay, 55:21, just missing that county record by 1 second.
Well done, ladies.
Naomi Henry getting second place with a 57:07, having a slight time drop. And then third place going to lane 4, Emma Barnett with a 1:01:48. Yeah, Addison really going after. I didn't expect her to get that close to that record. I think we might see that get reset by state. All right, now we've got event 12, boys 100-yard butterfly, 4 lengths to the pool. Lane 4, Stefan Milukovic. Lane 5, Eli Demery, and then in lane 6, Brent Beach. Fastest time in this heat, a 1:00.5. Eli Demery out to the early lead here. About a body length apart. Second place is Brent Beach up there in lane 6. Eli, split time 28:65. Still about a body length ahead. Eli, Brent, Stefan in that order, first, second, third. Eli with a commanding lead as we go into the last half a lap. Brent Beach still holding a strong second place with Stefan Memelikovich in third. Touching first is Eli Demery with a time of 1:01.66. All right, Chris, you want to read off our swimmers for Heat 2?
Yes, sir. Lane 2, Elias Watson from Indian Creek. David Brenton from Greenwood. Jaden Jha from Center Grove in lane 4. Lane 5, Seth Russell from Franklin. Lane 6, Nikhil Iyer from Center Grove. Lane 7, Gabe Argyris from Center Grove. Lane 8, Colton Franklin from Whiteland. Lane 9, Austin Holt from Greenwood. Good luck, gentlemen.
State qualifying time in this event is a 50.96. County record coming back from 2020, Mac Ratzlaff at a 50.04. Our lead seed time in this event is Seth Russell in lane 5 at a 53.5. Right behind him is Nikhil Iyer at a 54.12. We're going to have a really tight race here, Chris.
Looking forward to it. I expect Jaden to come out and make a statement here, though. Him as he's a butterfly specialist, and he is in the early lead. We'll see if he can hang on in the back half.
It wouldn't surprise me if the record goes down in this. 24:25 on the first 50. Jaden's strong enough he could bring back this second 50 to do that. Look at Gabe Argyris up there fighting against Nikhil Iyer for second place at this point.
I'm telling you, practices are awesome to see. Just the competitiveness between all these. And they all cheer each other on. Let's go, Jaden, as he comes down the stretch.
And let's know Jaden, a freshman, going to win the county championship. Not quite a record, but close, at a 51.32. Again, seated at a 54.52. 3-second drop. Great swim by everybody. Second place, lane 6, Nikhil Iyer seated a 54.12, going to 53.55. Third place, lane 5, Seth Russell, going to 54.04. Slight add. Gabe Argyris in lane 7 was seated at 55. Lost a little bit there in the last 25.
In lane 6 for Indian Creek, Eleanor Smith. In lane 7 for Greenwood, Molly Garton. And in lane 8 for Whiteland, Emma Bright.
All right, now we're up is event 13, girls 100-yard free for Heat 1, Chloe Delabridge. Lane 2, Abigail Kimes. 4, Izzy George. 5, Zoe Bartling. 6, Eleanor Smith. 7, Molly Garton. In lane 8, Emma Bright. County record 49.95. State qualifying time is a 52.75.
The county record is 49.95 from Michelle McKeon back in 07.
That's an old one.
Holy cow.
Off to an early lead is Zoe Bartling from Indian Creek with Greenwood's Izzy George right on her heels. Battling for third is Eleanor Smith from Indian Creek in lane 6. Lead split time with Zoe Bartling at a 28.53. Pulling away here in the second 50. Real battle for second place between Izzy George and Eleanor Smith. Or excuse me, Molly Garton. The easy win here was Zoe Bartling coming in at a 59.8, seated at a 1:00.28.
Nice job calling that.
Everybody gets lucky every once in a while. All right, our next heat is our championship heat of the girls 100-yard freestyle. In lane 2, Jordan DeVos. In lane 3, Addie Doss. Emma Shop in lane 4. Avery Matern in lane 5. Jolene Ackerman in 6. Aaron Price in 7. Liberty McWhirter in 8. And Brooke Trammell in lane 9. Man, these battles just keep coming. This is going to be one heck of a race to watch between Shop, Matern, and Ackerman in the middle of the pool.
The future's looking bright. There is not one senior in this heat, this finals heat here at the Johnson County.
Yeah, our leading time, Avery Matern, a sophomore with a 53.06. Let's see what happens.
The country record for this event is a 49.957, 2007.
As we expected, Shop, Matern, Ackerman, all neck and neck. Shop looking to take a little bit of an early lead here in the first 50. Anyone's race at this point still. Split times, 23:44, 25:37, 26:63.
Oh, my, this is tight.
Matern now edging out a little bit of the lead as we go into the third and final turn. Watch that underwater.
Great.
Shop right on the heels with Ackerman in third. Matern going to be taking the lead here, passing the flags at just at 50. 52 mid for Avery Matern to take the win, 52-40. Second place going to Emma Shop at a 53-13 and Ackerman at a 53-71.
As we move to the boys heat here, lane 3, Matthew McPeak from Whiteland, Cooper Adams from Whiteland, Griffin Kroll in lane 5 from Greenwood, Xavier Eubank, lane 6 from Indian Creek, and Eric Hull in lane 8 from Greenwood.
Another really old record here from 2018 set by Jacob DeStramp, 45.64. That's one heck of a time to be swimming at this point in the season. Fastest sea time in this Heat 1 is Griffin Kroll at a 53.90, 3 seconds ahead of Xavier Eubank based on the sea time from Indian Creek. Cooper Adams quick off the block, but Griffin Kroll takes the early lead. Mid 11 seconds on the first turn. Pulling away as we go into the first 50. Hitting the wall at 24.48. Again, Griffin Kroll from Greenwood. Xavier Eubank looking strong on the second 50. 37 mid on the last and final turn. Griffin Kroll going to be our winner with a sizable lead. In second place, Xavier Eubank from Indian Creek, about a body length and a half behind, And in third place, Cooper Adams from Whiteland. Griffin Kroll easily dropping 2.5 seconds off his seed time, finishing at a 51.42. Xavier also dropping time, seated at 56.53 and finishing at a 54.59. Congratulations.
For Heat 2, we've got Davis Dwyer in lane 2 from Whiteland. Lane 3, Jaden Rowland from Franklin. Lane 4, Ion Raghavendra from Center Grove. Lane 5, Anthony Quadros from Center Grove. Lane 6, Cameron Mazdai from Center Grove. Lane 7, Emmanuel Jackson from Greenwood, rising star there. And Braden McCallops from Franklin in lane 8. Wyatt Hale in lane 9 from Indian Creek.
One freshman, one sophomore, 2 juniors in this race. One standout sophomore, Ian Raghavendra, really just started swimming a few years ago and is really, really dropping time and moving up in the scene.
I would agree. He's swimming well lately. Here we go at the start.
Anthony Quadros, our lead seed time at a 47.82. Anthony really been looking strong, especially in his senior year, both academically and time-wise.
Anthony with the early lead off the turn one, coming at the halfway point.
Really watched. Anthony's doing great this so far, but I think the race to watch is between Ian and Cameron Mazdai. Cameron up there in lane 6, a junior.
Holy cow. You're right.
Mid 34 seconds off that third and final turn. Anthony going to win this one. Cameron in second. That may have been a 46. 47.02 with Anthony Quadros.
Just off of his PR there.
Cameron Mazdai, 48.47 in second. Ian Raghavendra, 49.79. That might be his first sub-50 time there, Chris.
I think you're right. Great job, Ion. Great job, Cameron, finishing out. And great job, Anthony, to take the race. As we start the girls 500 freestyle event. In lane 4, Julie Ware from Whiteland. Lane 5, Elena Hampson from Whiteland. And lane 6, Faith Blue from Franklin. All freshmen and sophomores here for Whiteland. The distance events have started. All comes down to strategy and endurance here. Test of endurance as the 500, which is 20 laps of the pool, swimming freestyle. Neck and neck between lanes 5 and 6. Still a super tight race as we come into the 100 between the Whiteland swimmers with splits of 35.86 and 36.07. Looks like lane 5, Elena Hampson, is pulling away slightly with about a half body length lead. Those two are pulling away and battling it out. A great turn by lane 6. Faith Blue pull within even now again. This is turning out to be a great race. All the Whiteland folks cheering on their distance swimmers here. Kick, kick, kick. You cannot kick enough, right? Lanes 5 and 6, Elena and Faith, still neck and neck. The exact same split time there. That is crazy. I mean, we cannot get any closer of a race. Looks like lane 6 has pulled, an ever slightly quarter of a body length lead here. So Faith taking the slight lead about halfway through. Looks like Elena is making her move, though. Again, she's coming about even. 37-37, 37-29 are the splits there. The back and forth continues. It looks like lane 5, Elena Hampson from Whiteland has taken the slight lead. Oh, my. Now Faith Blue had a great turn there. She's pulled within even. (37.73) and (37.64) are the splits there. All right, we are coming down to the 400 mark, and it looks like it is, it is neck and neck still. Faith Blue had another great turn, but then Elena has pulled within even again. I looked to see somebody make a move here at the last 100 mark. Now we're at the last 75. Looks like lane 5, Elena Hampson from Whiteland, has taken the half a body length lead now. There's the bell. Last lap. Time to turn on the kicks here for these swimmer athletes.
From Whiteland, cheer them on as they come down.
All right, wrapping up the last couple yards here of the first heat.
And it's
Elena Hampson finishing first with a time of 6:05.08, dropping 7 seconds from her seat time. Second place, lane 6, Faith Blue of Whiteland, dropping 6 seconds. And Julie Ware in lane 4, seated at 7:06, is going to drop a ton of time.
That was a fun race to watch. It was back and forth the whole race between lanes 5 and 6, Elena and Faith. So
getting ready for our championship heat, Simone Craig in lane 2, Keely Shields in 3, Claire Smith in 4, Savannah Yankee in 5, Kenzie Rush in 6, Netta Weiser in 7, Emily McCrary in 8, and Annie Chrisman in 9. Lead time for the championship heat is Savannah Yankee, a freshman, with a time of 5:13.39. Record for this event is a 5:00.57 set by Kristen Nunley 15 years ago, back in 2010. The state qualifying time for this is a 5:07.03.
as we wrap up, do you want to expand a little on that, when the state qualifying time? What does that mean for our viewers here, Brian?
No, that's a good question. Swimmers have got 2 ways to enter into the Indiana High School Athletic Association state meet. The most traditional way is that they send the top 2 finishers from each of, I believe, the 19 sectional meets that happen around the state. Or a swimmer can qualify by hitting the time standard. Most of your participants at the state meet will be attending via winning their sectional, but you see swimmers that get the qualifying time for state punching their ticket there in the middle of the season, that usually means that they're going to be at least in the top 16, if not the top 8.
Thanks for that, Brian.
During the 500, I always like to keep an eye on the coaches and see how they're acting. You can usually catch to see if they're encouraging the swimmer to pick up the pace, kick more, or they're giving a big okay, or when they get really excited, they're flinging their hands everywhere and jumping up and down. Like right now, Coach Brad Smith is giving a fist up to Savannah Yankee, which usually means that she's in a good spot from a split standpoint, coming in her split of a 29.79 on the second 50. Coach was giving some motions to Netta Weiser up there in lane 7 that she's got a competitor right on her flank in lane 6, which is Kenzie Rush. As we noted at the beginning of the meet, Chris, one of our standout girls swimmers this event would be Netta Weiser up there in lane 7, a sophomore this year, really specializing in the distance events. Been really working her tail off in practice, so I know that Coach Brad is expecting some big things from her today. Seated at a 5:31.99.
Yeah, it looks like Savannah is pulling away from the field with Netta close behind, and then looks like Kenzie Rush in lane 6 from Franklin is currently in third, with Netta Weiser right behind, as well as her teammate, Keely Shields, right in the hunt as well.
Savannah Yankee still in first place, just split a 31-34. Looking very, very strong compared to that seed time of a 5:13. Hitting the halfway point here at 10 laps. Savannah still staying in the 31 range, splitting a 31.88. Easily a half a body length ahead, or half a pool length ahead of second place, which is currently Netta Weiser, with Kenzie Rush from Franklin, a sophomore, in lane 6 and third. Zach DeWitt over there from Franklin trying to get Kenzie to pick up her pace a little bit. Now looks like the coach's attention is starting to focus on Keely Shields down here in lane 3. Seeing if we can get her to move up a couple spots.
%, there, Brian. It's not all about who wins, because you got to have some depth in order to win the meet, and it's all about who is going to get the second, third, fourth, fifth, and the rest of the point fields.
Savannah added just a little bit of a time to her split, going to 32.75, which we should start hopefully seeing her pick up her speed here as we get into the last bit of the race. Savannah completing the 400, 4 laps to go. Netta Weiser very comfortably in second place, with Kenzie Rush in third. Keely Jones could possibly make an attack on Kenzie for that third place spot. Savannah Yankee still in the lead. Unfortunately, her cap just fell off. Not a huge game changer, but just maybe a little bit of a mental inconvenience. Splitting a 33.01, 50 yards to go.
There's the bell lap.
Netta Weiser still comfortably in second place.
Quick score update as we finish the 500. Fifth place, Indian Creek, 79 points. And this is through the 100 free. Greenwood in fourth. Whiteland in third with 197 points. Franklin in second with 291. And then Center Grove with 304. This is on the women's side.
Savannah Yankee going to win this one right at her seed time. We'll wait for the official time to come up on the board. 5:13.92, so just a slight add, but beating the rest of the competition by over a half a pool length. Netta Weiser coming in for her finish, hitting right about a 5:28, seated a 5:31, so that'll be a few second time drop for Netta. Congratulations. Third place going to Kenzie Rush of Franklin, seated at a 5:25 with a slight add there. And then Keely Jones from Center Grove coming in fourth place with seated at 5:43 and dropping 4 seconds. Great job. All right, as we have our last swimmer coming in the wall, event 16 is up next, boys 500-yard freestyle. County record set 3 years ago by Sam Smith, 4:39.30. Sam and his brother Joey currently swimming down at USI. Got to see them here on deck today, so that's a lot of fun. Got a lot of our seniors back at this meet. But Heat 1, we've got Stefan Milokovic, Eli Demery, Conlon Hampson, and Cooper Cridlin. What you got, Chris?
Yeah, it looks like Sam is actually timing. It's a all hands on deck effort. Great to see that. Yeah, it looks like we've got Justin Jha timing as well in lane 3. I mean, it's...
And we got Alec Parsetich in lane 6, who's swimming up at Olivet right now.
It's a big family here. Everybody coming to support everybody back when they come back from college is amazing to see.
All right, still too early to call, just going into the first 75, but your leader, Conlon Hampson from Whiteland in lane 6, followed by Eli Demery from Franklin in lane 5. Then Cooper Cridlin, a junior from Greenwood, in lane 7. And then Stefan is in the third place, followed by Cooper Cridlin from Greenwood up there in lane 7. Things really starting to spread out here as we get into the first 150. Eli Demery from Greenwood starting to separate himself as the leader in this heat.
Looks like Conlon split a 31 high there.
I just spotted some more of our seniors over here visiting. Adam Schiffling, Isaac Lewis, and Mr. Lay.
Some of our athletes, I feel like, are still swimming. I'm surprised not to see Garrett Christ or Ben Clarkston here. I know they are. Let's see, Garrett's at Indiana State.
USI
as well. Ben is finishing up his career at Ball State.
If I'm not mistaken, just graduated magna cum laude.
Yes, congratulations, Ben.
So not only seeing some physical performance at the top of their game, but also high up there for academically as well. Anthony Quadros, I think, was recently recognized with a 4.5 something GPA. So he's got some pretty big aspirations after high school, looking at some really big schools out there.
Yes, sir. We'll see where he ends up at.
His dad's going to have to get a second job. All right, things are really spreading out here as we get into the back half of this 500-yard freestyle, 20 laps. Eli Demery still in the lead, just split a 33 mid. Again, he seated a 5:35.00, the fastest seat time by about 3 seconds.
It's funny to see all of the nonverbal communication that goes into this long race. Even it comes down to the counters. You will see some of them shaking, which means one thing for a swimmer. Some going side to side, which means another thing. And so it all just comes down to that, all that assistance from the counters and coaches and teammates on the side.
Eli Demery really fighting the back half of this race to keep his distance per stroke and tempo up. One of the most important things in swimming is your stroke count. Really just shows how efficient you're being. The higher the stroke count usually means the more tired you are. So if you can maintain that stroke count through distance per stroke and just technique and strength, it can really give you a good gauge about how you're doing, even though you might feel physically exhausted. If you can keep that stroke count the same, it can give you a better gauge of where you stand.
Here's the bell lap. That's the last lap.
Eli Demery splitting a 34.17. Puts him at a 4:56.82 with 50 yards to go. Based on the way he's been splitting, he's going to have a pretty handsome time drop here, Chris. Hitting the last turn at 5:12 and sprinting this last 25 after doing 19 lengths.
Holy cow. Let's see, lane 5, that's Eli. Give him a run here.
Seated at a 5:35.00, hits the wall. Easily at a 5:28, waiting on that official time. 5:28.59. Nice swim to Eli Demery Franklin.
Conlon Hampson from Whiteland as well. Excellent race there. Excellent time drop.
Stephan and Cooper finishing out their races. We'll go ahead and look at the championship heat with Mason Benefield in lane 2 from Whiteland, Noah Barnett from Franklin in 3, Zach Groniger, a sophomore from Center Grove in lane 4, Oliver and Abnett, a freshman from Franklin in lane 5, Mason Bridges from Center Grove in lane 6, Caleb Heck from Center Grove in 7, Tyson Holt, a sophomore from Greenwood in 8, and Jack Sopko from Indian Creek. We've actually got a tie for the fastest seed time in this event between Oliver and Abnett, a freshman, and Mason Bridges, a junior, both seated at a 4:55.00. The school record by our very own Sam Smith, timing over there in lane 5, a 4:39.30 set 3 years ago. The state qualifying time for this is a 4:42.52. Can't overlook sophomore Zach Groniger up there or down there in lane 4, seated a 4:58, just 3 seconds off the seed time. Zach's been really putting in a lot of work in practice. Really seen him grow up quite a bit as well.
Fun to see Mason Bridges, one of the leaders of this team in the junior class, show his diversity in his swimming skill set. He's historically been a butterflyer, and then now it looks to be more of a distance freestyler.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Chris. I mean, a leader in and out of the pool, highly respected by all of his teammates, just genuinely a great man, puts in a lot of work in his community, putting in that civic rent. Got a surprise standout down here in lane 2. Mason Benefield seated at a 5:08.50, keeping up with the pack. Let's see what that looks like in a couple couple laps here, Chris, but as you mentioned, Mason pulling out to a bit of a early lead here with Oliver and Abnett close behind in second, and Zach Groniger really holding his own in the first 150. Can't count out Caleb Heck up there in lane 7. Usually more of a back half of the event type guy. We see him negative splitting as we get closer to the finish. Got a really good battle between Zach Groniger and Oliver Abnett in 4 and 5. It's amazing to see we're hitting almost sub 150s on the first 200 of a 500, Chris.
I would agree. It's just swimming is just getting incredible with the bigger, faster, stronger, but also just improving the techniques over the years.
We've also got Whiteland and Franklin battling it out here down in lanes 2 and 3. And then Caleb Heck from Center Grove and Tyson Holt up there in 7A. I mean, we've got a couple battles going on here, man.
Yes, and just a reminder, those are the key battles to win the meet, and so it's fun to watch those as well.
Zach Groniger making a move.
Making a strong move here.
Hitting the wall first, splitting a 29.52. Almost split just as fast as Mason, who's in the lead. Oliver and Abnett is answering that sprint.
Any young viewers out there, young swimmers, this is definitely where focusing on technique in practice when you get tired comes into place.
We talked about Caleb Heck being a negative splitter, doing just that up there in lane 7. Mason Bridges just hit with a 29.50 on his latest 50. Zach Groniger continuing to strike. Currently about a half a body length ahead of Oliver and Abnett. Let's see who's got more grit and can hang on to this, Chris. Noah Barnett down here in lane 3 making his move on Mason Benefield from Whiteland.
Looks like Oliver's trying to fight back with Zach in lane 5.
Yeah, you start seeing them come up to the surface a little bit quicker as they start getting depleted on oxygen. Mason Bridges coming here on his final 50. And we just had a counter snap.
Oh, my. Well, at least they didn't fall in like a club meet a few weeks ago.
Mason Bridges going to take this one home about a half a pool length ahead. Zach Groniger and Oliver and Abnett continue to battle it out. Still anyone's spot for second place. The Center Grove cheering squad going nuts right now.
Mason finishing strong here.
Mason seated a 455, went a 444. Oliver and Abnett going to take second place. Seated at a 455, hitting at a 451. Zach Groniger right behind him. Mason Bridges' final time, 444.06. Second place going to Oliver and Abnett with a 451.25. And Zach Groniger, 452.65. Great swims by all three of those guys.
Thank you, swimmers. We'll now have an awards break for the 100 fly.
Our battle down in lanes 2 and 3. Noah Barnett edging out Mason Benefield. Noah going to 5:00.87, dropping 5 seconds. Mason Benefield seated a 5:08 and went a 5:01. Holy smokes, we got time drops everywhere. All right.
Fabulous swims there, gentlemen.
Going to take one more awards break.
So we'll be presenting the awards shortly over on the podiums for the 100 fly, 100 free, and 500 free.
As we get ready for the awards break here, I'd like to take a moment to thank our presenting sponsor, which is Matt Green, Agency of American Family Insurance. The Matt Green Agency provides insurance for vehicle, property, personal, and commercial. For a free quote, call 317-780-1000. The Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance is proud to support today's CG swimming and diving meet coverage. We'd also like to thank our team sponsors for this 2025-2026 season for Center Grove Swim and Dive. Diamond sponsors Texas Roadhouse and the Sycamore at Mallow Run. Platinum sponsors Jeff and Danielle Udrasals, the Matt Green Agency American Family Insurance, South of Chicago Pizza, and Yard Signs. Our gold sponsors, Long's Brothers Tree Service, Amy Counts Photography, Red Oak Real Estate, and Caring Transitions. Our silver sponsors, Crossroads Tax Advisors, Parsettage Custom Homes, Tried and True Ale House, Motivation Driver Education, La Herradura 2 Mexican Restaurant, South Grove Eye Care, Chick-fil-A, Rise and Roll Bakery, and the Center Grove Aquatic Club. And our bronze sponsors, Crumble Cookie and Panera Bread. Thank you to all of our sponsors and your financial support to our team this year. We will take a quick break ourselves as we do the awards, as we then will transition into the 200-yard freestyle relay.
Here are the results for event number 11, the girls 100-yard butterfly. In 8th place, Cameron Kroll. In 7th, Sienna Delagrange. In 6th, Faith Booth. In 5th, Adeline Temple. In 4th place, Emma Barnett. In 3rd place, from Center Grove, Campbell Airsman. In 2nd place, from Franklin Community, Naomi Henry. And your 2025 Johnson County 100-yard butterfly girls champion in a winning time, 55.21, from Center Grove, Addison Mater. Congratulations, ladies. Here's your results from event number 12, the boys 100-yard butterfly. In 8th place, Elias Watson. In 7th place, Austin Holt. In 6th, Colton Franklin. In 5th place, David Brenton. In 4th place, Gabe Argerus. In 3rd place, from Franklin Community, Seth Russell. In 2nd place, from Center Grove, Nikhil Iyer. And your 2025 Johnson County champion in a winning time of 51.32 from Center Grove High School, Jaden Jar. Here are the results for event 13, girls 100-yard freestyle. In 8th place, Liberty McWhirter. In 7th place, Jordan DeVos. In 6th place, Addie Doss. In 5th place, Erin Price. In 4th place, Brooke Chamel. In 3rd place, Jolene Ackerman from Franklin Community. In 2nd place, Emma Shop from Greenwood Community. And your 2025 Johnson County champion in a winning time of 52.40 seconds from Center Grove High School, Avery Mater.
Thank you. You're elegant.
Event 14 results. Boys 100-yard freestyle. In 8th place, Jaden Rowland. In 7th place, Braden McCallips. In 6th place, Griffin Kroll. In 5th, Davis Dwyer. In 4th place, Emmanuel Jackson. In 3rd place from Center Grove, Ayan Raghavendra. In 2nd place from Center Grove, Cameron Mazdai. And your 2025 Johnson County champion in a winning time of 47.02 from Center Grove, Anthony Quadros. And here are your results for event number 15, the girls 500-yard freestyle. In 8th place, Annie Chrisman. In 7th place, Claire Smith. In 6th place, Simone Craig. In 5th place, Emily McCrary. In 4th place, Keely Shields. In 3rd place from Franklin Community, Kenzie Rush. In 2nd place from Center Grove, Netta Weiser. And your 2025 Johnson County champion in a time of 5 minutes 13.92 seconds from Center Grove High School, Savannah Yankee.
Congratulations, girls. We'll give you a quick update here on the team scores before we do the boys. For the girls, in 5th place, Indian Creek at 91 points. Greenwood in 4th place at 170. Whiteland in 3rd at 219. Franklin in 2nd at 334. And the Center Grove girls at 356. The boys, Indian Creek in 5th at 131. Whiteland in 4th at 173. Greenwood in 3rd at 197.5. We had a tie. Franklin in 2nd at 212.5. And in 1st place, Center Grove boys at 371.
In 4th place, Noah Barnett. In 3rd place from Center Grove, Zach Groninger. In 2nd place from Franklin Community, Oliver Inabnet. And your 2025 Johnson County High School champion in a winning time of 4:44.06 from Center Grove, Mason Bridges.
All right, and that wraps up our awards ceremony break. We will be going into one of my favorite events, the 200-yard freestyle relay.
Coming up next,
Heat 101. In our typical seating, Indian Creek in 3, Greenwood in 4, Franklin in 5, Center Grove in 6, Whiteland in 7. County record at 1:35.66. Our fastest seed time is Franklin at a 1:40.01, so we could see a potential record break here, Chris. State qualifying time is a 1:28.09. I'm sorry, that's for the boys. The qualifying time for the girls is a 1:39.17. So yeah, that seemed fast. Leading off for Indian Creek, Hale, Greenwood, George, Franklin, Ackerman, Center Grove, Matern, and Ware for Whiteland in lane 7. Keep your eyes on lanes 5 and 6 to fight out between Avery Matern and Jolene Ackerman.
Looks like Avery out to the slight lead off the turn. Again, Center Grove's underwaters are just incredible today. Nice job, Coach Tim.
Caitlin Lay up next for Center Grove, and Emma Small in lane 5 for Franklin. Still neck and neck here. Caitlin, known as a traditional sprinter with those stiff arms on that windmill style stroke. Monster kick by Caitlin. not to be undone by Emma Small, giving it everything she's got. Savannah Yonking up next for Center Grove and Harper Stone for Franklin. Yonke off the wall first. Stone making a move on Savannah. Savannah still first into the wall. Our relay swimmers for Center Grove and Franklin are Matern and Addie Doss. Addie Doss from Franklin, also known as the top-notch sprinter. Matern just looking like a motor. Increasing the lead to a body length at this point.
Finish. Looks like we've got it here at Center Grove.
Addie Doss hanging on. Going to be coming in at about a 137. Center Grove in first. Franklin second. Greenwood coming in at a hot third place, with Indian Creek going to end up fourth. And Whiteland rounding out that first heat.
As we look to the boys, it'll be Greenwood Lane 4. Griffin Kroll starting off. Lane 5, Center Grove, Henry Linus starting off that relay. Lane 6, Franklin Community, Lucas Ackerman leading off that relay. And then Lane 7, Whiteland with Davis Dwyer leading off.
As mentioned earlier, the state qualifying time of 1:28.09, county record set by Center Grove back in 2022, a 1:25.94, swam by Hernandez, Brandon, Linus, Smith. We could see a county record go down here, Chris.
Yes, I know the gentlemen are definitely motivated. They really want to break the high school Center Grove record of 124.15 by
Watch
Clarkson
this
Haskell.
duel between Linus and Ackerman in lanes 5 and 6. Linus with just a slight lead going to the wall. Henry staying down.
Henry is just motivated here.
Good Lord! 21-28 by Center Grove, 21-48 by Ackerman of Franklin.
Oh, my goodness.
Cameron Mazdai, just a monster off that relay exchange, getting a body length lead. Jonathan Calloway for Franklin in second place. Mazdai's pulling away. Mason Bridges is up for our third string swimmer.
Let's go, boys.
20.89.
Oh, my goodness.
Center Grove pulling away now, 2.5 body lengths ahead. Franklin with Braden McCallops in the water. Mason Bridges for Center Grove in 5. Anthony Quadros going to finish this one out for us.
Got to
Mason
finish
just
here.
coming in strong. 21.56. Overall time of 103.73. We could see a record here,
It's going to
Chris.
be close. It's going to be close. Come on, Anthony.
County record of 125.94. They're going after the high school record as well, which is a 124. Quadros looking strong as he passes the flag.
Finish.
Oh, 21.07. Final time of 124.8.
That is a county record just off the high school record.
Yeah, high school record 124.15. The boys going to 124.8. Again, county record just missing the high school record. That's going to go down by sectionals.
I believe you're right, Brian. Heck of an effort there.
Wow.
Congratulations, Ben Clarkston, John Haskin, Logan Dales, and Ethan Martin. Your record stands as of today. That was set in 2020.
All right. We're going to have a quick break here. It's kind of normal to do this because we had so many swimmers swimming in that 200 free relay. We're going to have a lot of those same swimmers in the 100 back. So as a courtesy, give them a little bit of time just to get the heart rate down, get some of that lactic acid out of their muscles, come back fighting for more. Up next is girls 100 backstroke. In Heat 1, Tiana Franklin. In Lane 3, Samantha Corey. 4, Emma Llewellyn. 5, Maria Mears. 7, Elaine Stevenson. And 8, Molly Garton. Seeing some really great swims on both sides with the boys and girls. As we go into the 100 back, our lead seed time is Naomi Henry from Franklin, a junior, 58 flat. County record 57.04, within striking distance. The state cut time is a 57.33. Second fastest seed time, also from Franklin, Jovi Mowry, a senior, at a minute flat, followed by Mallory Fields from Whiteland, from Brooke Trammell from Center Grove, a junior, at a 103.31. So, again, we're going to have a pretty fast finals here as well.
Here are the results from event 17. Girls 200-yard freestyle relay. In 5th place, Whiteland. In 4th place, Indian Creek. In 3rd place, Greenwood. In 2nd place, Franklin Community.
All right, doing our awards for our 200 medley relay right now.
Johnson County
We've got
champions.
Henry and Nikhil over here in our pool that's been opened up for cool down. Looking ahead at our next event, the boys 100 back, I think we might see Henry be going for a county record here, Chris. County record of 50.36 set by Henry in 2022. Current seed time for the season of 51.29. I know when Henry wants to do something, he can do it. So I think that's within striking distance for sure.
Yes, definitely. I'm interested to see how he is able to respond. He's had a little bit of a quad issue a few weeks ago, and I know that he has rehabilitated and is just coming back strong. But we'll see if it's strong enough for that county record to re-break it.
Yeah, going back to our girls, I mean, Santana Gonzalez has had a pretty good meet so far, so expect some pretty good things for her. You did the coverage on Brooke in the 500. Not sure if you had any call-outs there, but, I mean, backstroke's normally her strong stroke and seated a 103.31, so we can see some good things from her.
Freestyle relay. In 4th place, Greenwood. In 3rd place, Whiteland. In 2nd place, Franklin Community. And your 2025 Johnson County champions and new record holders, Henry Linus, Cameron Masdai, Mason Bridges, and Anthony Quadros, setting the new time of 1:24.80 from Center Grove High School. Congratulations, boys.
One of the girls, 100 back, lined up behind the blocks. Her starter's making her way up to the podium. Fastest time in this event, again, is Maria Mears, a 1:12.4.
Next event in the competition pool, event number 19, girls 100-yard backstroke.
Again, the county record here is 57.04, set by Alexis Wilhoit in 2018 from Indian Creek.
Tiana Franklin. In lane 3 from Indian Creek, Samantha Corey. In lane 4 for Greenwood, M. Llewellyn. In lane 5 for Greenwood, Maria Mears.
All right, we'll be putting the swimmers in the water here in just a second. 4 lengths of the pool. We keep on talking about underwaters a lot, Chris, and this is definitely one of those events that has experienced a huge advantage from that new ruling. Swimmer must come to the surface by the 15-meter mark and stay on the surface at that point except for the turns.
Nice job, USA swimming official Brian.
Evolution of the backstroke's come a long way. It used to be that you had to touch the wall with one hand and do a normal turn like you'd see in the breaststroke. Advance forward today, you have the going past vertical towards the breast before the wall, which really, really gives them a competitive advantage. Another rule that's changed in the last decade or so is being able to do those underwater dolphin kicks, which, again, has transformed the sport. You look at backstroke legends like Will Modulin, a product of Zionsville Swim Club. I mean, he's only taken 4 strokes on his first 25 and usually 5 or 6 after that. Currently one of the fastest backstrokers in the world right now.
New American record holder.
20.00 in the 50 back. Never thought I'd see it happen. Funny story, I went up to Henry Linus and asked him what he thought. He says, I'm going to be the first to go 19.
Oh, man. Not short on confidence. I like it. You have to have a little bit of that edge to be a competitive swimmer at that level, I feel like.
I think there's a guy named Matthew that knows a little bit about being competitive.
Yeah, he and Henry are fun to watch battles.
Maria Mears from Greenwood finishing first at a 1:11.74, about a half a second time drop. Up next, Heat 2, Allie Christensen, Mallory Fields, Santana Gonzalez, Naomi Henry, Jovi Mowry, Brooke Trammell, Grace Campbell, and Zoe Bartling. Watching the center of the pool, we've got really close seed times between Henry, Mowry, and Gonzalez. State qualifying time for this event is a 57:33. All right, just waiting for our last swimmer, Heat 1, to get out of the water, and we put in Heat 2, the championship heat.
The county record for this event is a 57.04, set in 2018.
Very tight off the start.
Henry in lane 5 getting an early hit to the first turn, making up some distance on that lead on those underwaters that we've been talking about. Santana Gonzalez and Jovi Mowry neck and neck for second place.
Fantastic turns by lane 5.
Brooke Trammell up there in lane 7 really keeping up with the field. Looks like this is going to be a fight for second place, currently held by Santana Gonzalez with Mowry and Trammell right there. Henry the first to the final wall, going to undoubtedly be our heat winner and event winner. Santana really fighting for that second place spot, but Mowry coming up.
Got to finish Santana, finish Brooke.
Naomi Henry winning that event with a time of 57.83, slight time drop. Second place going to Jovi Mowry.
Yeah, lane 6.
Yeah, 101.09. Santana Gonzalez getting third, seated a 102.16, going a 101.17, so right at a second drop, very respectable.
We've got 2 heats, and here are our Heat 1 swimmers. Swimming in lane 4 for Whiteland, Cooper Adams.
This is the boys 100 backstroke. Heat 1 getting ready to go in the water. Lane 4, Cooper Adams. Lane 5, Bo Sires from Greenwood. Sorry, Cooper was from Whiteland. Bo is from Greenwood. Lane 6, Alex Galt from Indian Creek. And lane 7, Matthew McPeak from Whiteland. The county record is 50.36, set by Henry Linus and 22 from Center Grove.
Yes, we're looking ahead to that final heat. I know Henry has set his eyes on a state title in that 100 back. Only probably other individual out there that could upset that dream is David Kovacs down in Bloomington. I know those guys have been competing against each other for a very long time. It's going to be really interesting to watch and see what happens in that event as we get to the state level. Bo Sires of Greenwood out with the early lead, hitting the first wall right at 15 seconds. In second place, Indian Creek's Alex Galt seated a 114.25. Then Matthew McPeak from Whiteland up in lane 7, trailing the pack Cooper Adams in lane 4 from Whiteland. Bo Sires first to the wall at the 50 with a split time of 33.15. sizable lead over second place, which is at Indian Creek's Alex Galt. Bo Sires going to be our heat winner. Passing the flags at a 1:04, seated at a 1:11 with a finish time of 1:08. Congratulations on a 3-second time drop. Looking ahead to our final heat, going to have, again, Chris, same story, different event, a big fight for second, third, and fourth place. Henry, unless something crazy happens, going to be, the foreseeable winner of this, but a huge fight between Jaden Rowland of Franklin, Moses Weaver, and Ox Ranjan of Center Grove. What do you think?
Get your popcorn ready. And if I know Henry, he wants that record.
Again, record being a 50.36. I know Henry's been sub 50 at some of the higher level championship meets, so he's definitely capable of doing it.
Yes, he does currently own the high school record as well in the 100 backstroke. All this was at state, fully tapered and shaved. He went a 47.71.
You can see Henry's a bit jittery right now, so you know he's trying to get himself psyched up. Henry first off the wall and going deep.
50.36, that was set in 2022.
Jaden, Moses, and Ox right shoulder to shoulder in the first 25, with Rowland with a slight lead. Henry coming right up at the 15-meter mark on that second 25. Absolutely amazing. Split time for his first 50, 23.99.
Holy cow. He's definitely motivated.
Moses Weaver with a slight edge on second place over Ox Ranjan. Still too early to call it. Jaden falling a little bit behind in fourth place. Henry going to hit almost the 15-meter mark again on that last 25. 46 going under the flags. And we've got a new county record.
Touching first in lane 5, Henry Linus at a time of
49.94.
Congratulations, new county record.
Nice job.
Broke his own record from 2022, second place.
Going to Moses Weaver in lane 6 with the 55.1 with about a half a second drop for him. And then in third place, lane 7, Ox Ranjan from Center Grove with a 55.12. Wow, that was close between he and Moses.
Yeah, seated at 56.63. It wasn't that long ago, Chris. So Ox is a junior. I believe it was his freshman year. The entire team was celebrating when he broke a minute. So we're now down in the 55 range for a kid that's only been swimming for 3 years.
That really is a testament to hard work will pay off. Congratulations, Ox.
All right, our last individual event for the girls this evening, event 21, girls 100-yard backstroke, county record of 103.34, again set by Michelle McKeenan back in 2005, a 20-year-old record that will still probably last for quite a while. In Heat 1, Cheyenne Blue in lane 4, June Laker in 6, and Abigail Kimes in 7. Your lead swim time on this event would be lane 6, June, at a 1:38.40. A lot of excitement coming from the county championships today, Chris.
I would concur, Brian. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of fast swims here. We are sandwiched between the Center Grove fans and a lot of the blue over to my left of the Franklin fans. We got Greenwood fans off to the left as well. And a lot of other spectators there sprinkled in.
All right, last 25 of Heat 1 of the girls' 100-yard breaststroke. In the lead is Cheyenne Blue, lane 4 from Whiteland. Second, June Laker from Indian Creek. And rounding out the field is Abigail Kimes from Whiteland. Abigail Kimes' seed time, a 1:41.8, going to be another massive time drop. Hitting the wall here at a 1:34, 7 seconds. Second place goes to lane 6, June Laker, seated at 1:38 and going to 1:34. So all the swimmers, all three, was with good time drops there, Chris.
Yes, congratulations, ladies.
All
in
right.
Heat 2, we've got Aberdeen Courtier from Greenwood in the lane 2. Lane 3, Eliza Shop from Center Grove. Lane 4, Emma Small from Franklin. Lane 5, Avery Matern from Center Grove. Lane 6, Caitlin Lay from Center Grove. Lane 7, Harper Stone from Franklin. Lane 8, Jensen Davenport from Franklin. And lane 9, Kate Barnes from Whiteland.
Again, the county record of 1:03.34. Our fastest swimmer is Avery Matern at a 1:07. State qualifying time, a 1:05.95. With the way those Matern girls have been swimming today, we don't know what's going to happen. I would also like to say let's watch Caitlin Lay and Eliza Shop, both standout freshmen this year. Eliza recently transferring to the Center Grove group. Caitlin, a foundational member of the team, since she's been a young age, but really for her that she's been stepping it up at practice and should see a pretty good performance from her today.
Avery Matern out to the early lead with a split of 30.17.
Just a technical machine. Immaculate stroke technique. Just looks like she's gliding through the water.
Looks like Center Grove is in position to take 1, 2, and 3.
Second to the wall, Eliza Shop, followed by close Caitlin Lay. Looks like we're sealing that 1, 2, 3 finish you just talked about, Chris.
Gotta go here, Caitlin. Lane 4. Emma
Avery.
Small making a move.
Avery hitting it maybe a 1:03, not going to be close enough to the record, but a 1:03.97, just missing that record by 0.6. Second place going to Eliza Shop, a 1:07.28, seated a 1:11, so a 4-second drop. Caitlin Lay taking third place with a slight drop going down to a 1:09.12 from a 1:10 flat. 1, 2, 3.
Next event.
Well done.
Boys 100-yard breaststroke.
As we move to the boys' 100-yard breaststroke, the county record is 57.51, set by Michael Koe from in 2017 from Franklin Community. But we've got in Heat 1, Lane 3, Lucas Fugelbach from Franklin. Lane 4, Thomas Allen from Whiteland. Lane 5, Cooper Cridlin from Greenwood. Lane 6, Michael LaBranche from Whiteland. And Lane 7, Ezra Golbov from Whiteland.
Fastest time in this heat, 1:23.37 with Cooper Cridlin. Next closest be Michael LaBranche from Whiteland at a 1:26.44, and some separation after that, but should still see some good races here in the center of the pool. State qualifying time for the 100 breast is a 58.35. As we mentioned earlier, this is one of the events in Johnson County that's been getting a lot of media coverage and a lot of eyeballs on it from different levels with the strength of our breaststrokers here in this county and even in the state.
Yes, get your popcorn ready for lanes 5, Lucas Ackerman in the next heat, and then Matthew Quadros in lane 6. Both of them very, very competitive swimmers and want to beat each other, but also rooting for each other.
Lucas Ackerman from Franklin, coming from a swimming background. Mom, Sarah Bowman, who used to swim here at Center Grove, was really called out as going to be a top-level championship swimmer even during his first season. Zach DeWitt saw something in him that just convinced him that he had what it took to be a championship swimmer, and to that point, seated below the county record already, going a 56.50, county record of 57.51. The real sneak here is, Chris, is that Matthew's already been a low 55. So, yeah, get your popcorn out. I think I'm going to be standing up for this one. This crowd's going to get wild.
Yeah, Lucas went, I think, a 53 mid at Junior Nationals. But both of them, that was a couple weeks ago, and both of them are still recovering and just want to show a competitive swim here.
Yeah, I mean, let's note Ackerman is not suited up, meaning he's not wearing a tech suit, as we've mentioned earlier. this is not a meet that Franklin is set themselves up to swim their fastest times, knowing that they've got conference shortly after this. One thing to look forward with Center Grove is that we have a combination of meets coming up here in a little bit with Zionsville and then the Holiday Classic right afterwards. So the Zionsville meets on a Friday night. The Holiday Classic is that weekend, which is done by design for Brad Smith to really test these kids in a championship environment. So I know a lot of people have asked why we're doing 2 meets back-to-back like that, and there's a reason for everything, folks. And he really wants to test out his lineup, test out the swimmers ahead of that time before we get into sectionals. So our championship here of the 100 breaststroke.
Yeah, it looks like there's some great battles here set up for Gabe in lane 7 going against Jonathan Calloway in lane 4.
And also Franklin. His teammate Nikhil in lane 8. They're both seated at 104.
Yes.
So Brad is definitely testing the lineup for his boys here. Ackerman's always a surprise. So we've got Hale from Indian Creek in 2, McCoy in 3 from Greenwood. We've already talked. We got Callaway from Franklin in 4. We've already mentioned Ackerman and Quadros, Aguirres, Iyer, and then in lane 9 for Indian Creek is Grayson Taylor. Here we go.
The county record for this event is a 57.51 set in 2000.
As expected, Matthew and Lucas head-to-head. Matthew with a slight lead with his high stroke turnover.
Yeah, Ackerman's stroke turnover count not far off. Really both strong on those underwater swims. Ackerman definitely going for distance per stroke versus turnover that Quadros is doing. Hitting the wall, Quadros at a 25.82. Ackerman right behind him at a 26.12. Quadros with a slight lead at this point.
Oh, it's going to come down to who wants it at the end.
Over there between Aguirres and Iyer. Iyer with a sizable lead over there in lanes 7 and 8. Quadros continues to have the lead going into the final 25.
Come on, Matthew, finish.
Going under the flags, we're at a 51.
52.
Record is going down.
Matthew Quadros with the win. With the
54.89, beating the county record of a 57.51. Also beating the Center Grove High School record that was a 57.63. Congratulations, Matthew Quadros, for a high school record and a county record. One hell of a time. Not to be outdone by Ackerman, second place at a 55.63, also breaking the existing county record. Congratulations, men.
Heck of a swim by both. I'm sure we will see them again at the championship.
Gabe Aguirres in lane 7 going a 104, slight add. Ackerman seated a 104.96, going a 102.41. Congratulations, Nikhil.
It's relay time. Event 23.
All right, here we go. Our last event of this county championship. Girls 400-yard freestyle relay.
In lane 5, Center Grove. In lane 6, Franklin.
The excitement level on deck has just turned up a notch here coming into the last event with the 400-yard freestyle. In lane 4, we've got Greenwood starting off with Izzy George. Lane 5, Center Grove, Addison Matern starting off. Lane 6, Franklin, Naomi Henry starting off. Lane 7, Whiteland with Aaron Price starting off. The county record is of 3 minutes, 30 seconds, .58, set in 23 by Center Grove's team of Avery Matern, Brandon, Ferguson, and Phipps. And it looks like the state qualifying time is 3:37.1.
Including the just concluded 100 breaststroke for the women. The current team scores are Indian Creek 175, Whiteland 247, Greenwood 272, Franklin 303, and Center Grove pulling away at 513. I know when we started this meet, there was a lot of people looking at the performance between the girls and Franklin and Center Grove really being neck and neck. Center Grove girls really stepping up and pulling away with a over 200-point lead. as we were talking about Greenwood earlier, really giving Franklin a run for their money this year. Whiteland as well, right there in the pack. It's really awesome to see some of these other teams in the county here, Chris, that are really catching up to some of the other people that have traditionally led the pack. All right, girls are up.
Leading off for Greenwood, Izzy George.
Naomi Henry with Franklin having a really good meet today, leading off for Franklin and staying right up there with Addison Matern. Aaron Price from Indian Creek right off the feet of Franklin's relay. Split times on that first 50, about 0.7 of a second off between Matern and Henry.
And Matern has gotten about a body length lead now after the 75.
Cameron Kroll up next for Greenwood, Savannah Yonke for Center Grove, Jovi Mowry for Franklin, and Mallory Fields for Whiteland. Savannah given about a body and a half length lead with Matern's performance. Both swimmers coming in with a monster kick into that first turn.
So second leg of this, Cameron Kroll for Greenwood in lane 4, Savannah Yonke lane 5, Center Grove, Jovi Mowry Franklin lane 6, and Mallory Fields with Whiteland in lane 7. Upcoming, leg 3 for lane 4, Greenwood, Maria Mears, lane 3, Center Grove, Santana Gonzalez, Emma Barnett for Franklin in lane 6, and then Sienna Delagrange for Whiteland in 7.
Savannah Yonke keeping that lead and actually increasing it to about 2.5, 3 body lengths. Santana Gonzalez up next. For Franklin, it's Emma Barnett. Center Grove and still enjoys a sizable lead. Savannah having a really quick turnover. Whiteland fighting back up in lane 7 with Sienna Delagrange.
All right, we're coming to the anchors. Emma Shop for Greenwood in lane 4. Eliza Shop for Center Grove in lane 5. Harper Stone for Franklin in lane 6. And Katie Barnes for Whiteland lane 7.
County record in this event is a 3:30.58. State qualifying time of 3:37. Eliza Shop going in with a sizable lead to anchor this relay. We could potentially see a state cut here for our girls. Again, state cut's at 3:37. She went in the water at a 2:40, so all she's got to do is do a 57 to get that state record time.
Looks like her split here is a 25.73. I think you're right, Brian.
Overall time, a 3:06. Should see a state cut here. Not going to be fast enough for a county record. But we can call that Center Grove is going to win the 400-yard freestyle relay to end their county championship. Franklin going to be second place with Harper Stone coming in strong.
Final time of 3:34.67 for Center Grove in lane 1.
Getting that state standard by about 2.5 seconds. Franklin.
Second place Franklin at 3:43.82.
Whiteland fighting hard up there in lane 7, finishing in about a 3:50. Wait for the official time there, but seated at 4 minutes. So a really nice, 3:55.61. Nice time drop for Whiteland.
All right, so we're Switching gears to the boys 400 freestyle relay, the county record of 3:10.21 set in 2017 by Franklin Community's Oliver, Kramer, Locke, and Destromp. So we've got lane 3, Indian Creek, starting off with lane Xavier Eubank. Lane 4, Greenwood, starting off with Emmanuel Jackson. Lane 5, Center Grove, Mason Bridges. Lane 6, Franklin Community, Jaden Rowland. And lane 7, Whiteland, Mason Benefield.
Yeah, our fastest seed time on this one's a 3:12.12. Only 2 seconds off the county record. State qualifying time of 3:13. I'm sure Chris will look up what the school record is here in just a second. But the way these boys' relays have been going, no doubt in my mind that we're going after a county record.
The high school record is a 3:03.63. So we've got to see some massive time drops here to take that down.
Mason Bridges out with a 23:40. Franklin right on behind them. No, that was actually Indian Creek right behind them in second place. Didn't catch that split time. Mason going to give his second teammate, Moses Weaver, a pretty substantial lead here. Halfway down the pool at a 40-point.
Second leg for Indian Creek in lane 3, Eli Johnson, Tyson Holt for Greenwood, lane 4. Moses Weaver, Center Grove, lane 5, and Oliver and Abnett, lane 6 for Franklin, and Colton Franklin, lane 7 for Whiteland.
Indian Creek currently in second place, Greenwood in third, Franklin in fourth. I'm sorry, that's Whiteland that's in second place currently, excuse me.
23.44 split for Moses Weaver on that first leg.
Yeah, we're not going to be close enough for that school record at this point, but still within range for that county record and the state qualifying time. Still a huge battle for second place.
Second, third, and fourth. Holy cow. All neck and neck.
Cameron Mazdai up next for Center Grove. Austin Holt for Greenwood. Noah Barnett for Franklin. Logan Papandrea for Whiteland. And then lastly, Indian Creek, Jack Sopko. I love to see this battle for second place.
I believe lane 4 has an edge right now, Greenwood. And then 6 and 7 is too tight.
Cameron Mazdai splitting a 22.71 on his first 50.
So the third leg for Indian Creek, Jack Sopko in lane 3. Austin Holt for Greenwood, lane 4. Cameron Mazdai, lane 5 for Center Grove. Noah Barnett for Franklin, lane 6. Logan Papandrea for Whiteland in lane 7.
Matthew Quadros going in the water. Overall time of a 2:24 with Matthew Quadros in the water.
Anchor for Indian Creek, lane 3. Wyatt Hale, Nick McCoy, Greenwood, lane 4. Matthew Quadros, lane 5, Center Grove. Jonathan Calloway, Franklin, lane 6. And Davis Dwyer for Whiteland in lane 7.
Quadros splitting a 23.15 on that first 50. Greenwood pulling away to second place. The fight is now for third between Whiteland and Franklin.
Again,
Matthew hitting the wall at 3 flat.
I don't think the county record's going down today. We're at 3:05 right now. He's halfway through the pool.
Again, that record's a 3:10.21. We've just eclipsed that. Whiteland pulling away from Franklin to secure third. Greenwood going to come in second.
Greenwood with a great finish.
Wow. Greenwood seated at a 3:32, going a 3:25, dropping 7 seconds off their seed time. Whiteland seated at 3:35 and going to 3:26, dropping 9. That was a great competitive day of swim here, Chris.
Awesome to see. I agree, Brian. Congratulations to all the student athletes tonight or this morning. What time is it? 11:30. It's still morning.
We'll be doing our final points talliations here to get our final and official scores, and then we'll be concluding with our final round of awards. But yeah, great swims for Johnson County as a whole today.
Well done to all these swimmers and divers.
special moment for our seniors, which I believe we've got 12 of them. Last county championship that they'll have at this level. Excited to learn more about, where they plan on going to swim. We know Henry's committed to ASU already, and I think we've had – did one of the Materns commit to Ball State?
I believe you're correct. I'm going to join an old teammate, Laura Phipps, up there. Oh, no, excuse me. She's at Purdue.
Yeah, Addison Matern, I believe, committed to Ball State, and I think that Nate Smith might be joining his brothers down at USI as well. So exciting to see the number of swimmers coming out of this program that continue on in NCAA.
That's all she wrote here as they are removing touch pads, closing down shop here. Swimmers are cooling down. We're waiting for the last round of awards.
All right, we'll go on mute here for just a couple minutes. We'll wait for those scores, and we'll be right back with you.
Number 20, boys 100-yard backstroke. In 8th place, Fred Brower. In 7th place, David Brenton. In 6th place, Logan Papandrea. In 3rd place, Eli Johnson. In 4th place, Jaden Rowland. In 3rd place from Senegrove, Aksh Ranjan. In 2nd place from Senegrove, Moses Weaver. And your 2025 Johnson County champion, a new record holder at a time of 49.94 seconds from Senegrove, Henry Relinas. Congratulations. In second place, Franklin Community. And your 2025 Johnson County champions in a winning time of 3:34.67, Addison Matern, Savannah Yankee, Santana Gonzalez, and Eliza Schott for Center Grove High School. Congratulations, ladies. Results for event 24, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. In 5th place, Indian Creek. In 4th place, Franklin Community. In 3rd place, Whiteland Community. In 2nd place, Greenwood Community. And your 2025 Johnson County champions, Mason Bridges, Moses Weaver, Cameron Maslai, Matthew Quadros, in a time of 3:13.14 from Center Grove. Congratulations.
All right. That concludes our individual and relay awards. Going into the results of the meet, which are being loud read by our on-deck announcer, unofficially here from the commentary stand. You've got for the women, in 5th place, Indian Creek 150, 4th place, Greenwood 263, 3rd place, Whiteland at 323, 2nd place, Franklin Community at 493, and your 2025 Johnson County High School champions for the girls, Center Grove, with a combined point total of 533 points. Going over to the men, again, unofficially, in 5th place, Indian Creek 203, in 4th place, Whiteland 279, in 3rd place, Greenwood Community 306 and a half. In 2nd place, Franklin Community with 333 and a half. And your winner for the 2025 Johnson County High School Championship, Center Grove, with a total point of 553. Congratulations to all the teams for an amazing performance. We had our high point.
Was it high point or swimmer of the meet? I don't know.
Swimmer of the meet. Go ahead.
On the women's side was Avery Matern, is that correct? And then on the men's side was Matthew Quadros. Congratulations to both of those swimmers.
So that wraps up our live stream for this year's Johnson County Championship meet. I would just like to one last time thank our presenting sponsor, Matt Green Agency of American Family Insurance, and all of our diamond, platinum, gold, silver, and bronze sponsors for the Center Grove High School swim and dive team. And to our officials and our volunteers, we hope you guys all have a very safe and happy holiday season. Travel safe, and until next time, we're signing out. Thank you.
Congratulations to everybody, and thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day and weekend and holiday season.